In today's video, we're going to be looking at something that I think should be fun if all works out well, and it's this Viltrox EF2 L-mount adapter. And I'm going to be using it on my Panasonic S5 as I am right now, although right now I'm using the Canon EFS 17-55, which means I need to use crop mode, and to do this kind of shooting, bit basic because I'm having to use AFS, or I could just use manual because no AFC, so no tracking, and yeah, that's a bit awkward. Could mean a few takes before I get the clip that I need for this. I hope not. Anyway, what I really want to get to grips with is this, my Canon EF200mm f2.8 Mark II L lens. I really love this lens. I got it for a great price, and I think it could do some real damage with my S5. Probably not the right phrase. You know what I mean. I don't mean it's going to damage it. I mean it's going to be really cool. So that is the full frame lens that I want to use it with. I may try one of my other EFS lenses with the crop mode and all that business, just because the 10-18 I really do like. But yeah, it's all about that 200. So let's see what this EF to L mount is saying, and then it'll be over to you guys and girls in the comments below. Warranty card, instruction manual, the little tool in here, little tool jammed in there for adjustments, and the unit itself. It's quite a well packed thing. That weighs 138 grams, comes with the covers. Look at that. USB port there, Type C for firmware updates. Obviously there's no glass in this. Get that back on there, just show you what's going on. Very nice, decent looking mount contacts. Now this will allow for autofocus. We do have this little switch on the side there, and a little release on the side there. On the bottom there is a 1/4 inch base plate for your tripod. We'll see if that gets in the way or not. But yeah, nice simple looking thing. Just thought I'd show you up close, as we always do, you know. Some of you find it pretty useful. But yeah, right. More importantly, how does it fare? Those stills, unedited out of the S5, were taken with my beloved bargain 200mm, but in practice it was slightly disappointing. As we've learned from recording the intro, you can't shoot in AFC, but the camera IBIS still works, so that was a massive help. Now, having gone through the various focusing modes on the Panasonic S5, which is generally really fast, I just couldn't get that much joy with moving subjects with this lens, but shooting static subjects, really good. You do have to give it an extra moment to lock on and fire away after that. Then the beautiful rendering of the Canon lens does its magic with the great S5 sensor, and voila, a very, very nice end result. In practice, I don't think I can use this combo in my event work, but for more static stuff, golf days, portraits and so on, it'll be spot on. Here's some more images taken with the 200mm just for the crack. Yes, I can do all that with the X-T4 as I have been doing up until this point, but now with the Panasonic IBIS and sensor, the benefits are clear for me. I'm very happy, even if it didn't quite go as I'd hoped. Basically, it works, but not for everything. But when you get it, and it's absolutely spot on. Next up, some autofocus tests, first with the EF200 in stills mode, then the 17-55 in crop video mode, and finally, last but not least, the EF50mm. Let's take a look. The most well-known adapter to get your Canon lenses working on your L-mount camera is the Sigma MC21, which comes in at around £200. Photodiox also make one around the same price, albeit it says it's only for Sigma and Panasonic L-mount cameras. There is a much cheaper Comlight one too, which might be worth a play. Now, none of them have AFC capabilities, so in lieu of trying those out and trying out more EF lenses, how do we feel about this Viltrox number? Well, it comes in at £185 at the time of recording this piece, and considering what the alternatives offer, give or take, actually getting my hands on them, it's a decent investment if you own Canon lenses that you really want to adapt and use with AFS. Now, if I wanted to get 200mm f2.8 natively on my S5, which would be superb, I could pay £2,599 for a 70-200, and I'm sure that's an amazing lens. But considering my 200mm cost, what, £415, and this adapter £185, I think this is an interesting option. I have a nice set of EFS lenses too, which will be fine for shooting video in crop mode. And while I'm not really planning on using them that much, it's nice to have the option there just in case. Now, a little shout out to my EF50mm 1.8, which performed a bit better than I expected. But I already have the Panasonic 50mm that I'm shooting with now, so I don't need to use this EF on my S5. But if you've got it, it might be a good option for you if speed isn't key. Let's be honest, most of us don't need lightning speed. Well, I would have liked a touch more to be able to keep up with subjects walking around a scene and such, but you know, good practice means more keepers. This adapter has actually got me thinking what other EF lenses I'd like to find at a great price. Maybe something like the EF35mm f2 or the 300-8. Yeah, it's all fun, and that's what photography should be about.